What's good, guys? We're back at it again with another video. As you see from the title, today we have a Caleb Foster breakdown. This is currently the number 22 player in the class of 2023, listed 6'3" guard out of Virginia. Also a Duke commit. He also played at Oak Hill this past high school season. So with Caleb, we've done an Oak Hill team breakdown. If you haven't seen that, make sure you go check it out. So in that Oak Hill team breakdown, I think I maybe did 2 games. And in both games, Caleb played. There was something that was happening, or maybe he just wasn't being featured that much in the offense in those games. I'm not sure, but I don't have too much, memory of how he was playing or, things like that. This is going to be a better look at him because, when you play on these top when you play at these top prep schools, these top programs, all these highly ranked players, you're not going to be able to get all the touches. You're not going to be able to get all the shots. I'm not going to be able to see, okay, what does your full game look like because you are playing with all these top players? But in the AAU level, I'm going to be able to see that. This is going to be my first time really getting an actual in-depth look at Caleb. Let's get into it. Caleb Foster.
Caleb Foster is a big guard that's extremely effective attacking the paint. Watch his footwork here. Great job up and under and tough lay. He can also shoot the ball not only off the catch but off the dribble as well. He doesn't need a lot of space to get it off due to his height. Caleb is extremely intentional in the half court. Watch how he gets the switch, attacks the top leg of the big, which freezes him, gets to his spot, and knocks down the easy pull-up. Again, in the half court, watch how he rejects this ball screen and uses his size to create this space. At 6'4", 6'5", he doesn't need a lot. Knockdown. Not much wasted movement. Caleb easily gets by the slower defender, and he has flips, floaters, whatever you want to finish around the rim. Again, remember, this is a player that can shoot the ball as well. If you go under his ball screens, he won't hesitate and will let it fly, and he's shooting it at a pretty good rate. His first step allows him to get by players smaller than himself, and his touch allows him to finish in traffic. Caleb isn't just effective scoring the ball, he can pass as well, able to identify open teammates while attacking the rim. His pull-up is something that he can get to and knock down with a level of consistency, whether it be from mid-range or from 3. Again, he doesn't need a lot of space, being that he is 6'5". Caleb had multiple games with 6+ assists, not because he's making the flashiest passes or doing something crazy. It's because he understands that when he drives and sees 2, he has to kick it out, and his teammates are making the open shots.
Okay, so Caleb Foster. Like I said in the intro, when I first did the initial Oak Hill breakdown, I don't think he had bad games. I just remember that I just wasn't, so excited about him. I was more thinking like, okay, he's pretty solid. He's solid, like he's pretty good. I just want to say now, when I'm getting an in-depth look at him, I don't know what I was talking about. I don't know what I was looking at. I don't know what I was thinking that day. Maybe, maybe I woke up, got out of bed the wrong way or something, because the player that I just saw, I'll tell you this right now, the player that I just saw in these games, keep in mind, I'm watching full games, multiple games. The player that I just saw isn't the number 22 player in the country. The player that I just saw is not the number 22 player in the country. Let's get into it. When I say he's not number 22, just so there's no confusion, I'm not saying that I think he should be lower. I'm saying I think he should be ranked higher, because there are some players that I've actually already done breakdowns on that I've, after seeing him now, like seeing what he looks like when he's not on Oak Hill, when he doesn't have a diminished role, I think he's better than. But let's jump into it. Let's talk about his non-scoring first. So when I first, looked at the game and I looked at the stats from the games, Caleb in these 2 games, in the first game, he had 27, 8, and 6. In that second game, he had 22, 8, and 8. 8 rebounds, 8 assists in the second game. I think it was 8 rebounds, 6 assists in the first game. So when I say, like, without scoring, he's still affecting the game. Without scoring, he's still affecting the game. So at his size, at 6'5", listed 6'3", he might be 6'4", whatever. This is a bigger guard. He rebounds the ball actively. He's actively attacking the glass, actively trying to get rebounds. And once he gets these rebounds, he's a point guard. Of course, he's going to push in transition, which only helps the offense because he has the vision. He can identify throw-ahead passes. He can identify, everything he needs to. Right when he gets it off the glass, he's having games 8 rebounds, 6 rebounds. I think he had another game with 8+ rebounds. That's big time because he's doing something that helps affect the game other than just scoring. Another thing, he rebounds, he passes the ball. Like I said, second game, he had 8 assists. First game, 6 assists. And with a lot of players, a lot of point guards, you'll see point guards who will get a lot of assists, but a lot of it'll be, with certain plays, it'll be, oh, they're throwing this player open. Players like Lonzo, like for example, players that you'll see, it looks like they're throwing somebody open. They're seeing a play before it happened, making plays like that. Caleb's assists aren't really like that. His assists are more, he understands how to play the game. It is more of, he understands because he's so prolific, like he is such a threat offensively to score the ball, he garners a lot of attention. So his assists are, okay, when I drive right and that defender shifts over from the corner, I'm going to pass the ball. When I drive and somebody comes over, I'm going to kick. When I get the ball off a rebound and I push in transition and I see a throw ahead, I'm going to make that pass. It's nothing crazy, nothing really flashy. He just understands how to play the game, which is why his assist numbers are so high, which is why his rebound numbers are so high. He understands the game and understands how to play other than scoring. Because with certain players, especially 5-stars, when I see two with 5-stars, a lot of them might try to have that Mamba mentality. When they see two, they trying to shoot a turnaround fadeaway, going away from where the help coming from, just because you feel like, that's the type of caliber player that you are, that you can make a shot like that. But of course, Caleb understands that he's going to make the right play, the better play, the great play, getting his teammates open looks, and they're converting these looks pretty consistently, right? Let's just talk about him offensively. So I don't know, like I said in the initial Oak Hill, I'm not sure if I just didn't see it. I am going to go back and look at those games and just to see, okay, like what was going on. Maybe it was the competition, I'm not sure. But in these 2 games, or maybe he's just gotten better because, of course, these kids still are putting in that work. Like, he is scoring the ball. Like, he's scoring at his size. He's scoring the ball, like, pretty easily. Not really doing 100 different moves. He just understanding where he wants to get to. The first possession when we turned it on, he's a big guard. So what does he do? He attacks the paint, gets in the paint, uses his pivot, pump fakes up and under, tough little flip shot, high up over the shot blocker, drops right in, finish. He understands how to use his body. Even when he's driving, you saw he uses a little bump to create the space for his shot. And again, with his jumper, it's not like he needs a lot of space to get it off because he is a taller guard. Again, like 6'5", he doesn't need a lot of space, high release point, doesn't need a lot to get it off. But he can get to his spots, like I said. He can get to the spot in the paint. He can create that space, use his shoulder, get off in the mid-range. He can get to his pull-up. He doesn't really play around a lot. Wanted you guys to see that. His scoring ability, his wiggle isn't going to be all out here, but inside a box, the defender is right in front of me, inside a box. He got first step. He got the little twitches. He's getting by dudes. He's getting by smaller players. He's getting by bigger players, but he's not wasting. He's not using a lot of, wasted movement. He gets the big switch. Okay, I'm going to attack his top leg, get to my pull-up. He can't recover in time. It's an easy finish. It's a smaller player on me. Okay, let me catch it slow. Then I'm making this move fast. I'm getting low, trying to get lower than that smaller player so I can get by him, get him on my hip. I'm bigger than him. I just got to put it up off the glass. It's an easy floater. He's not really doing anything too crazy. He's picking his spots, understanding where they are on the floor. He likes that mid-range. He likes that mid-range pull-up. He can knock down the 3 when he was open. When they go under him, he's shooting that. If you try and fly out at him, you saw pump fake, sidestep, he's shooting that. He's picking his spots. He's just playing the game extremely intelligently. Now that I'm starting to talk about him, I'm starting to remember more and more from the Oak Hill games. Just remembering in those games how he was just picking his spots, understanding when I'm open at the 3-point line, if I get a wide open set 3, I'm going to take that. If I come off a pick and roll and they go under, I'm going to take that. If I come off a pick and roll and they switch, I'm going to attack the big, either get to the paint, get by him, get to the paint, or attack him and get to my pull-up. Same thing with smaller players. If I drive and somebody comes over, somebody helps, I'm passing it to my open teammates who was doing the same thing when they played IMG. His game, again, he just understands how to play. And for a player, a point guard at that size, again, these stats that I just told you guys, 27, 8, and 6. 22, 8, and 8. These are back-to-back games. When you have guards this size that can affect the game like this, not only just with scoring, you can do a whole lot of different things out there on the floor. That's why I'm saying I'm not sure if he's the number 22 player in the country. I can't wait to see what he does at Duke. Like this kid right here, I'm telling you, again, I don't know what he didn't play bad in those Oak Hill. I'm not sure. I just wasn't that excited. Maybe I was just Judah Mintz or Chris Livingston kind of caught my eye, but he can go. Caleb Foster can go legitimately. Like, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Appreciate you guys watching. Remember, you want the subscriber breakdowns that go on the channel like these, like this one. Hit my website in the description. Like I always say, appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you guys next time for the next video.